The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And I was glad to see
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly...
There we go. It's the afternoon. Falling behind here. Well, good afternoon anyways, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pine City, where we are getting set for this baseball game in the Great River Conference, where the Pine City Dragons will be hosting the Braham Bombers here this afternoon in this Great River Conference matchup. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'm looking forward to calling this game and seeing what these two teams have in store. Of course, Pine City has played a couple of games this week. Well, on, Tuesday. Tuesday they played 1.5, if you will, 1.25, as they had to finish up their game against Mora that they had from April 17th. Unfortunately, they would lose both of those. But we'll get more into that as we are out again in Pine City for this game. It's a beautiful day, by the way. My goodness, it is. You couldn't ask, well, I suppose you could ask for better weather, but can't ask for too much better weather because it is beautiful out. It is 65 degrees. We got that light breeze out there, about 5 miles an hour coming out of the, I think it's coming out of the east, so it's not a bad day for baseball. Not too cloudy. We got a few clouds out there that kind of block the sound every once in a while. There was supposed to be some rain, but it looks like the rain is either moved around us or has the chance has just gone completely away. I don't think the chance has gone completely away because as I look behind myself here in the press box, looking behind me, there are some gray clouds, and those gray clouds certainly are holding a little bit of rain. So, and looking at the radar now, it is definitely on the way, as it looks like we'll get through the 4 o'clock hour, and then at about 5:45, 6 o'clock, the rain is going to be heading into the area, and it is going to be, looks like some pretty heavy rain at times, and it's going to last through about looks like through the 9:30, 10 o'clock hour, so probably won't be out of here till 11 p.m., and that could dampen things for tomorrow's games. But this year I've been really surprised. A lot of the fields in our local listening area have dried out pretty quickly. We've had a couple of days where we've had rain in the morning and have had a game in the afternoon. So I've been pleasantly surprised that the fields have done as well of a job as they have of drying out in time enough for these games to be played again. So this one should have enough time to be played again. I don't foresee this one going 2.5 hours long, but you never know. That's the thing with baseball. You never know how long they're going to actually go because, I mean, it's baseball. You could have a long inning, a short inning. You just don't know, and that's what I think is kind of fun about baseball. Sometimes you don't know how long it's going to be, and sometimes you get those really short innings that are like, oh, wow, that was 3 up, 3 down, or, you had strikeout, whatever it was, and then you get a longer inning, and it's like, oh, boy. Those are just as entertaining because you look at the other team, and they're themselves trying to figure out, okay, here's what we can do to get the out here, and it's just so fun. That's why baseball is so fun, and it is the summertime sport. Because it can, again, it can take up a lot of time, but it is also a lot of fun. There's also a lot of thinking that goes into it. There's also a lot of prep work and strategy that goes into baseball that I don't think a lot of people think about, and that's why it is so enjoyable. But out here today, Braham Bombers visiting the Pine City Dragons for this Great River Conference game. That will take place here in about 5 minutes. We'll get first pitch, so umpires are out there, and we are just about set to go. We're going to get a word from our fine sponsors first. Come back. Talk about these two teams' seasons up to this point, and then we should be set to go out here in Pine City. So first, a word from our fine sponsors here as we're simulcasting this one on both KBK and Anthem Country WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Well, back here on WCMP and KBEK for this game. Again, we got two schools representing both of our radio stations here this afternoon. We've had that a couple times this year. It's been nice to be able to get one game where we can represent both stations on the airwaves. That way, for now, we don't have to have too many guys out. Of course, Adam Hefty will be able to be out more this spring than he has ever in years past because he is going to be taking over as the morning show host. Of course, we're saying goodbye to longtime morning show host Rockin' Robin Riley. It will be sad to see her go. Obviously, it's not goodbye forever. I know we'll see her around. I know she'll be around the station. I know we'll get to see her again, but it is unfortunate that she is retiring. But obviously, we are pleased and happy with the time that we've been able to spend with her and work with her. And I know she may not be listening to this game, but I just want to give her a shout out. We had a little get together for her today. So Rockin' Robin Riley, if you hear this or someone does and they can let you know, I've loved working with you, loved being able to share the morning show with you and hear about all the stories that you have from your past and your experiences and all the fun times that we have had together. I know our bit between me and Rockin' Robin Riley is she's always looking out for me. She's always finding me these oddball jobs that are posted all over the web that are unique. So that's always fun to kind of hear what she's able to find on the internet and see what there is out there. But so yeah, she is retiring and we're sad to see her go, but excited that she was able to be with us for so long. Looking at these two teams, Ogilvie. Braham plays out of Section 5A Southeast, where Ogilvie, though, is on top of that section at 5-2. Braham is towards the bottom. They are the fifth team in that section out of 8. They are currently 3-6 and 1-3 on the year for Pine City. They're towards the bottom in Section 7 AA at 1-7 and 1-5 on the year. Of course, the team they beat was Crosby Ironton, who sits at 5-4. So not a bad win there for Pine City. As we get ready for this game to get started, these two teams playing out of the Great River Conference here. Again, Braham 3-6, 1-3. As we take a look at them on the season, their 3 wins have come against Barnum, East Central, and Hinckley-Finlayson. That Hinckley-Finlayson win was a close one. And the thing with Hinckley-Finlayson is a lot of their losses this year have been by one run. And it's unfortunate to see for them because, well, I mean, you know that, the Pine City win was against Two Harbors, not Crosby Ironton, but close enough. But it is unfortunate to see that Hinckley-Finlayson has had so many close losses. But for Braham, 3-6 on the year, trying to improve that record here going forward in today. As we get ready for first pitch on the mound today for the Pine City Dragons is going to be Asa Schwarzbauer. And then behind the plate and catching for him is Ezra Barth. First pitch here to the leadoff man for Braham. Lucas Shue, wearing number 12, is in there for strike 1. But again, it's Barth behind the plate. Schwarzbauer on the mound. Strike 2 to Shue. Then over at first for Pine City is Ethan Agard. At second, it is Darian Rodriguez as the 0-2 comes. Swing and miss by Shue for out number 1. So a quick out here for Pine City. And that will bring to the plate now the number 2 batter for Braham, Carter Beckman. Let's see, where's number 10? But for continuing the Dragons infield, Nick Stewart's over at third, and at short it is Jacob Staber. This one is swung on and popped up right towards the second baseman. Actually, it's going to leave the infield, and it is going to be caught in left field, I think. Well, either way, it is caught, and yeah, Hogberg out there in left makes it for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here on 4 pitches for Asa Schwarzbauer. Not a bad start. Yeah, that one's in there for strike 1. So Schwarzbauer, 5 pitches, 5 strikes, and 2 outs. Elia Belden, the man up for the Bombers. That one, just missed the zone for ball 1. You know, last time I seen Asa Schwarzbauer was the first game of the season against Crosby Ironton. I was really impressed with his outing. I thought he did really well, as this one's popped up into foul territory over by first base, and it is caught! It is caught over there at first by Agard. Ethan Agard with the catch over there in foul territory for the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 on 6 pitches, or 7, for Asa Schwarzbauer. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. 7 pitches, 3 outs for Asa Schwarzbauer in the 1st inning. No hits and no runs. And no errors by Pine City. Well, you can't ask for a better start on defense for Pine City. And it's 1, 2, 3. So I didn't even get to continue with their defense, as Caleb Hogberg is out in left. In center is Bo Heggie, and in right is Michael Petronek. Now for the Bombers as they reach the field for defense. On the mound tonight, or this afternoon, man, I'm all over the place. I can't believe it, is Elia Belden, wearing number 14. Then behind the plate and catching for him is number 9, Tucker Gould. Then over at first is number 2, Dalton Bankston. And over at second is number 5, Matt Bloomdahl. Then at third, it is number 10, Carter Beckman. At short, it is number 3, Gary Nielsen. Out in the field, it's number 21, Soren Lilly in left. In center, it's number 12, Lucas Shue. And then over in right, it's number 22, Tanner Doble for the Bombers. So a quick 1, 2, 3 inning on 7 pitches for Asa Schwarzbauer. And it is 3 outs, and we reach the bottom of the 1st. Yeah, that took 3 minutes. Actually under 3, because I've been talking for about a minute. That took 2 minutes time defensively for Pine City. That is exactly what the Dragons needed here in a game like this in the conference. So a great start for Asa Schwarzbauer and the defense, as now the Dragons will head to the plate to try and get the bats going. Bats have not been going early on in games for Pine City. They've seemed to get them going late. So let's see if they can't get off to a hot start here at the plate and get that offense running early and maybe score some runs. Leading off for the Pine City Dragons, looks like we may have had a switch here. No, it is Ezra Barth. My writing is just terrible. Ezra Barth will lead off for the Dragons. Oh, boy. It's going to be that kind of game, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to tune in. There might be some terrible, terrible mishaps. We had a pause. We had some guys outside of the dugout now. Umpire, make sure they're back. But here's the first pitch to Barth. Holds off on that one. Good eye, and it's ball 1. We got Elia Belden, the pitcher for Braham. Or number 14. Here's the windup, and pitch number 2 is swung on and fouled back. Braham wearing their black jerseys, the blue letters and numbers outlined in that Braham gold. The blue hats with the gold B and the gray pants. That one's in there for strike 2 to Ezra Barth, so 1-2 now for him. They've got that American flag on the left sleeve. Love that look. Belden with the 1-2. That's in there. Strike 3 is going to get Barth looking. Yeah, that one got him, and Just wasn't one he wanted to swing at, but unfortunately that is in there for strike 3. So now coming to the plate is the pitcher, number 3, Asa Schwarzbauer. So pitcher versus pitcher duel. We had that with Belden as he gets that one in there for strike 1. Belden was the third out on a fly out in foul territory to Agard and the top of the first. That one's low for ball 1. Nice job by Schwarzbauer to lay off. 1-1 now. Belden wasting really no time on the mound. He is quick in between pitches as the 1-1 comes. And it's in there for strike 2. He is just getting them in there. I think because he's got a very quick routine. He doesn't take long in between pitches, and I think it might be thrown off Pine City a little bit because we haven't seen them swing but once so far in these first 2 at-bats. Here's the 1-2, swung on and missed. This one was low, probably could have laid off, but it'll be out number 2. But the thing here that I'm liking for Pine City is they are at least getting the Belden to throw a few more pitches. We've seen early on in games where pitchers, unfortunately, at least the games that I've been at, now, that's not the case for every game, obviously. Swing and a miss here as the number 3 batter, Michael Petronek, comes to the plate. But we've seen the games I've been at, again, where early on the pitchers don't throw a ton of pitches. They throw 5, 6 in an inning, 4 or 5 the next, maybe 7 the next. But I like that they're getting Belden to throw a few more here. As now it's 0-2, though, for Petronek. So Belden trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning for Braham. And he will there. That one is swung on, but it's in the dirt. Throw down to first is in time. So 3 strikeouts. That one in the dirt, but I think it still counts. So, well, 1-2-3 inning. No hits, no runs, no errors for both sides. And we're headed to inning number 2. Now, if you're the Dragons, you're only hoping that this second inning will go as well as the first. Got to use that momentum, even though, at the plate it didn't go as well as you would have hoped. But take the momentum from how well you played in that first. We'll take a commercial break here from our fine sponsors. Be back on both KBK and WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Back on WCMP and KBK. Leading off the second inning for the Braham Bombers is Dalton Bankston, the first baseman for the Bombers today. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Give credit to both of these pitchers, Belden and Schwarzbauer. They're doing a really good job with first pitch strikes. Schwarzbauer has had, I think, up to this point, 100%. As he gets Bankston to swing and miss on that one. So 0-2 now to Bankston, but I think, I don't think we've seen a first pitch ball from Schwarzbauer yet. So here's the 0-2 to Bankston, and that one pretty easy to lay off as that one just did scrape the dirt before getting into the glove of the catcher, Mr. Ezra Barth. Schwarzbauer readies. Here's the 1-2. Just outside for ball 2. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is actually the, this is going to sound bad, but it's not. This is the worst count that Schwarzbauer's had. That's a testament to how well he's been pitching so far. This one swung on and hit hard to the shortstop, but right at the shortstop, and the throw on to first is in time for out number 1. Nice grab there by the shortstop, Jacob Staber. He had a few good plays in Mora there on Tuesday that were pretty impressive. There were a couple of them where it was like, man, there's no way he's going to get the runner out at first, and then he winds up making the throw in time. So I've been pretty impressed. Now to the plate is number 21, Soren Lilly in the left-handed batter's box. Schwarzbauer readies. Here's the first pitch to him. That's going to be low for ball 1. Soren Lilly I think he's only a sophomore this year, but man, he plays like a veteran. Whatever sport he's in, he plays like he's a veteran, like he's been doing it for 4 or 5 years and at a varsity level. But he's going to get that one right into the side, and that is going to be, believe it or not, our first base runner. So Soren Lilly takes it in the side. He is hit by the pitch, and now for the first time today, we have a base runner here in the top of the second. And now coming to the plate for the Bombers is number 9, Tucker Gould, a wrestler there for the Rush City Braham Co-op. He is first pitch swinging. This is up, back behind the catcher. He's going to race after it, but not have a chance at it as it goes out of play. So it will be 0-1 now for Tucker Gould. It's weird to see some of these names. Some of them were come to think about it. It's like some of these guys were 7th and 8th graders when I first started calling games. It's just crazy to think about. Not that I've been doing this for super long. I think this is my 6th full year broadcasting games, but just to see all the faces that I've been able to watch and hear, and it's crazy. Or you got guys like freshmen and sophomores. It's like you weren't even in high school yet. Just crazy. It's been so fun, though, to be able to be a part of this. As a pickoff attempt by Schwartzbauer to Lilly over there at first. Almost got him. He almost got him, but Lilly is back in time. That pickoff attempt by Schwartzbauer almost got him. This time they're going to throw down to second. It is going to be off the mark. Give credit to Barth. That's not an easy throw, but if that is on the mark, that probably is going to pick off Lilly. But Lilly showing off the wheels there to steal second, so that opens up a bag for the Bombers. And Tucker Gould, I believe, still a 1-0 count. I'll run it 2-0. Look at the umpire, see if he shows us. Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, which my memory's terrible, so don't trust me. 3-1, I think he just showed. Well, here's the pitch, and we'll find out. Yep, it was 3-1. So that's outside. That'll be the second straight batter that has been walked, this time on balls. The last one was Lilly, who was hit by pitch. So now that brings to the plate number 23, Dallas Jambretz. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Looks like I am, but sometimes with these last names that look simple, they are pronounced maybe a different way. So hopefully Dallas Jambretz is the correct way to pronounce that. That one is popped up and back out of play by Jambretz. Jambretz today, the number 7 hitter for the Braham Bombers. Runners at first and second with one down. This pitch is in there for strike one. Nice comeback pitch there for Schwartzbauer. Here's the 1-1. 1-2. Oh, 0-2. Yeah, because of the foul. So he'll go down looking on strike 3. Maybe not the day to listen to me broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Oof. I apologize. I am all over the place. I don't mean to be, but apparently I've had a long day, which I haven't. But now Tanner Doble to the plate, the number 8 batter for the Bombers. Still runners at first and second with 2 down. This one is fouled back and into the fencing, but it will be strike 1 to Doble. Another young man who I've heard his name for a long time in my broadcasting career here. And Schwartzbauer with the 0-1. Oh, that's going to hit him. And obviously not intentional, but that is less than ideal because now you have bases loaded. If there's a positive spin to put on it, any bag is now open, and you only need one more out. But base hit or a walk is the first run for Braham. Matt Bloomdahl to the plate now. He will step into the left-handed batter's box. Old school. No gloves, no wrist guards, no nothing, no elbow guard, nothing. Just classic. And now this one is popped up, and it will go back and out of play. Love the look from Matt Bloomdahl. Just that old school, no gloves, no elbow guards, no Nothing on the arms, just the bat. Love it. 0-1 on the way, outside for ball 1 to Matt Bloomdahl. Ground out to begin this inning, and then hit by pitch, a walk, a strikeout looking, and then another hit by pitch. This one's inside for ball 2. 2-1 now to Matt Bloomdahl. Schwarzbauer with the pitch. That one swung on and hit towards the first baseman. He gets dirty. No one at first. It's Schwarzbauer. He steps on the bag in time for out number 3. I think there was a little confusion as to who was supposed to be going and covering first, but Schwarzbauer gets there in time for the third out. So they get out of the jam, a bases-loaded jam. And the Bombers will strand 3. Not an ideal inning for the Dragons, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and they finish that inning off very well in what could have been a disastrous inning. They do a really good job just keeping their heads in it. Schwarzbauer did a really good job of not being afraid of throwing the ball and just going out there pitching like he can, and again, showing no fear. And I think for Schwarzbauer, that is huge, especially if you're looking at him from a coach's perspective, maybe as a starting pitcher, because you're saying to yourself, okay, he got himself into a little bit of a hole. He got the team into a little bit of trouble. Not just him, but there were some good hits from attempts from Braham. But got himself to a little bit of hole, came out, still fired away, and was able to get the third out. That is exactly what you want to see if you're the Pine City coaches, because that could have easily been disastrous and could have scored 2, 3, 4 runs, if you will, for Braham. But he winds up stranding 3 guys out on the base path, so that's all you can ask for. And now for Braham, Belden looking to do the same, as leading off the second for the Dragons is Jacob Staber. Belden, he threw a few more pitches, but still had a just as effective inning. This one is popped up just into the outfield, and the shortstop making a nice grab on the run over the shoulder. That is number 3, Gary Nielsen. That was a little blooper out over short, and somehow he caught up to it in time to grab it for out number 1. That's one where probably 9 times out of 10, that is a base hit. But that shortstop, Nielsen, man, what a play to make that catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Bombers. This one, Nick Stewart's in there for strike 1. Now, Belden works quick, so Nick Stewart might not be able to be as patient in this at-bat, but Nick Stewart is one of the more patient batters you'll see playing baseball. He watches that one go for strike 2. Now, you might be looking at this saying, oh, he's down 0-2. He's going to work this count in his favor, trust me. I hope I just didn't do the announcer's jinx. Watch this. I did. Golly, I apologize. That is the announcer's jinx in full effect, and I should know better. Well, that's going to be a strikeout looking for Nick Stewart, and quick 2 down now for Pine City, and that'll bring to the plate the left fielder, Caleb Hogberg. This one is popped up into foul territory. It's not going to be able to be reached, and it will be foul. So Hogberg with an 0-1, and if you're Pine City, you need to get Belden to throw a few more pitches. That's his 5th pitch he's thrown, and there are 2 outs. Like Asa Schwarzbauer in the first, he only threw 7 for 3. Belden's now, this will be his 6th. That's outside low for ball 1, so 1-1. So at the very least, you're getting him to now pitch number 7 here in the inning, but you'd like to see Hogberg work this count a little bit more. If not, obviously you want him to get on base. Oh, that one's called strike below the knees. He doesn't agree with it, as maybe does no one else, but you got to deal with it. That one swung right towards the shortstop. Nice play over there. Throw is a little off the bag, but they still tag him. So that throw took the first baseman off of the bag, but he still managed to make the tag, and it will be out number 3. So a tough inning there for Pine City. Hogberg was able to work the count a little bit, but about 8 pitches there for Belden in that inning. And we now move on to the third. We're going to take a commercial break. Be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP and KBEK.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
Back here on WCMP and KBK, Pine City versus Braham out here in Pine City. No score as we reach the top of the third inning. Leading it off is the leadoff man, number 12, Lucas Shue, who plays out in center field. Looks like the strike zone today will be a little bit wider, but that's just how this umpire calls the game, and everyone has to deal with it. But this one's going to be low for ball one. Again, I was really impressed with Schorsbauer in his the first game of the season that I was able to call. Really impressed with him, just how he was able to work. This one is swung on and again popped out of play by Lucas Shue. So draws the count to 1-1. 1-1 on the way. It's low for ball two. 2-1 now for Lucas Shue. Two and one on the way. Swing and a miss. It pops out of the glove of Barth, but it will even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes for the leadoff man here in the top of the third for Braham. These two pitchers in a little bit of a zone here early on. We could wind up being a pitcher's duel. This one going to be hit right back at Schwartzbauer, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 1. 5 pitches in that at bat for the first out. Now to the plate, Carter Beckman is a fly out to the left fielder in the first. Schwarzbauer gets that one in there for strike one. Schwarzbauer with the 0-1. That one's popped up. That one, Barth giving chase. Oh, and just overruns it a little bit as that one spun back towards the field of play. And it will drop, excuse me, for a strike. So 0-2 now for Beckman. That one is swung on and fouled out of play. So the count remains 0-2 here for Carter Beckman. Schwarzbauer with the 0-2. This one swung on and it will get down for a base hit into left field. So a single there. And we have our first hit of the game. So run around first now for the Bombers as they get their first hit of the game. And stepping to the plate is the Braham pitcher, Elijah Belden. One down, runner at first. This one's inside, ball 1. Nice grab by Barth, though, to keep that ball in at the plate and not allow Beckman at first to try and take second. This one swung on and right to the shortstop. Over to 2 for 1. On to first. No, not there. So a fielder's choice for 1 out, and Belden will reach. So 2 down now for the Braham Bombers. Runner at first on a fielder's choice, and it brings to the plate Dalton Bankston. Shoresbauer will pick off attempt at first, but Belden is back easily. It's a pretty quick throw over there at first, but they're going to send Belden. Belden, that one, he just got a good jump. There was no chance there. Yeah, Belden, almost as soon as Schwarzbauer got back to the mound and took that first step towards home, I mean, he was gone pretty much. So now a runner at second for Bankston. That one is foul tipped. I think that hit the thigh of Barth on the ricochet. They even gotten the ump. Both appear to be okay. So 1-1 for Bankston. That is an out. They got Belden leaning to third. Oh, man. What a great pickoff attempt by Schwarzbauer, and the tag applied by the second baseman. That is just some heads-up baseball there for Pine City. Well, that was a really good outing. It was going to be a good outing for the Bombers, but unfortunately they got caught stealing. Well, that'll do it. So Belden gets caught leaning towards third as the third out, and that will bring us to the bottom of the third inning. It's a tough way to end an inning if you're Braham, but you can only learn from it. So as we head to the bottom of the third, no score here in Pine City. Leading off the third inning will be number 9, Darian Rodriguez. Dragons looking for their first hit. They're looking for their first inning to not go 1-2-3. Unfortunately, the first 2 innings have gone that way, and they have 3 strikeouts there in the first, 1 in the second. Belden has 4 on the day already. This one to Rodriguez is high for ball 1. Belden showing off some of the speed there on that pitch. Here's the 1-0, excuse me. That one's going to be in there for strike 1. So 1-1 now for Rodriguez. That's going to be ball 2. So 2-1 now for Rodriguez. That's in there for strike 2. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Darian Rodriguez. 2-2 on the way. That one's in the dirt for ball 3. That'll even up the count. Even up the count. It'll run it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's not an afternoon for me. Here's the full count pitch. That's going to be ball 4. So the Dragons will finally have their first base runner of the afternoon on a walk. And that will bring to the plate now Bo Heggie. He will be the next man at the plate for Pine City. Belden with the pitch. That's, on the outside part of the plate for strike 1, and Heggie's like, oh, man. But, again, it looks like the strike zone will be a little bit wider today for these teams. Showing bunt, it is a strike. The runner is going to get down to second. And he doesn't even have to slide. He's in there. So a steal for Rodriguez, but it's now an 0-2 count for Bo Heggie as the pitch to him was a strike. So 0-2 for Heggie. Runner at second now, and nobody down. Belden with the pitch. Oh, and he took something off that one. Rodriguez out in front, Heggie out in front of it, and it is a strikeout. So that'll be out number 1. And to the plate now is Jackson Karras. That one to him is strike one. He's batting in place of Ethan Agard. So 0-1 to him. Belden gets this one by for strike two on a swing and miss from Jackson Karras. 0-2 for Karras. Runner at second, one down. Again, if you're Pine City, got to make him throw a few more here. Belden with the 0-2. Inside for ball one. Nice job by Karras laying off that one and making it a 1-2 count. We got time. I think the runner at second left a little bit early. They were just explaining to him, hey, gotta wait. And unfortunately there, though, Jackson Karras swings and misses for out number two. So 2 down, runner at second. Ezra Barth back up to the plate. He was a strikeout victim looking in his first plate appearance. Watches that one. Ooh, in there for strike one. Just above the knees. So 0-1 for Ezra Barth. On the way from Belden in the dirt. But a nice grab by the catcher there to keep that one in front. Tucker Gould. Great stop there. So 1-1 now for Barth. Low again in the dirt. Gould will keep it in front. And the count is 2-1 for Ezra Barth. 2 down, runner at second. Here's the pitch from Belden. Ooh. That's on the real outside part of the plate for strike two. So that'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Ezra Barth. 2 down, runner at second. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back by Barth. So he'll keep himself alive with a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2. Barth gets this one swung on, and are they going to send him? No, they're going to hold him. So they will hold him. And Barth going to have a single. So a base hit there from Ezra Barth. That was a beautiful hit. And now we have runners at the corners, 2 down for Pine City. And coming to the plate now is Asa Schwarzbauer. Pitcher versus pitcher duel here. 2 down, runners at the corners, and the Dragons trying to get on the board first. Belden trying to have a say, though, and not allow a run to cross. But now in a little bit of a higher pressure situation. We'll see if he can't get himself out of it. This one's going to be outside for ball one to Schwarzbauer. Sometimes all you need to do is get that extra base runner on the base paths to kind of get the pitcher out of his rhythm, and we've seen that earlier when Braham was able to do that back in the second inning. And for Schwarzbauer to throw a few more, that's when they wound up getting, unfortunately, 2 batters hit by pitches and then a walk. But for Schwarzbauer, his defense did a good job helping him out get out of that inning without a run scoring. Now it's a 2-0 for Schwarzbauer. His 2 balls have been in the dirt. This one's in there for strike one. Took a little something off that one. Schwarzbauer maybe could have given that one a try, but he's wanting, when you're down 2-0, you've got a pitch to play with. You can wait for maybe something better. Here's the 2-1, and he does. This one's out towards right. It hangs up a little bit too long, though, and it is going to be caught by the right fielder. A good swing by Schwarzbauer, but it is caught by the right fielder for out number 3. So, a hit, but no runs there, and no errors by either side for these 2 teams. So that will bring us to the end of the 3rd inning. No score here, and we'll now move on to the top of the 4th. But first, we are going to hear a word from our fine sponsors as you're listening to this game on both WCMP and KPEK.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, Getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on WCMP and KBK. The Pine City Dragons will now take their chance out in the field as the Bombers make their way to the plate. Shorsbauer back out on the mound. Leading off for the Bombers here in the top of the fourth is Dalton Bankston. 0 for 1 today, a ground out back in the second. Shorsbauer with the first pitch to him in there. Ooh, outside part of the plate again for strike one. But again, the strike zone leaning a little bit to that right side of the plate. And again, we're not, that's nothing against the umpire. That's just how he's calling it today. This one's a fly ball out to right field and caught. Just right to him. I mean, that's a good swing and a good hit, but just right to Petronek out there in right. So a 2-pitch out there for Shorsbauer, and now to the plate is Soren Lilly. He was hit by a pitch back in the second that wind up stealing second and then made it to third, but that was it before Shorsbauer shut it all down. This one is in there for strike number 1. So 0-1 now for Lilly. This one is swung on, and that's belted out towards right field. It is high, it is long, and caught by the center fielder. The right fielder was on it and running towards it. Petronek was, but then calling him off was Bo Heggie out there in center. And he makes the catch for out number 2. 4 pitches, 2 outs for the Dragons. Now up to the plate, Tucker Gould, and he'll try and extend the inning. Shorsbauer, though, trying to make it a quick one. This one's low for ball 1 to Gould. 2 really good catches out there in right center. As the 1-0 from Shorsbauer to Gould on the way. It's going to stay, ooh, good frame by Barth, but just high on that one for ball 2. So 2-0 now to Tucker Gould as he tries to get on base here for the Bombers and continue this inning. That one's in there, though, for strike 1. Bringing the heat on that one is Shorsbauer. So now a 2-1 count for Gould. Swing and a big miss by Gould. Swinging for the fences on that one, but could not catch up to it as Shorsbauer brought the heat with that one. 2-2 is the even up count. Here's the pitch from Shorsbauer, trying to pay it off. It's in there for strike 3, looking to Tucker Gould. A 5-pitch at bat winds up being an out. A 9-pitch inning there for Shorsbauer. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Dragons. No hits, no runs for the Bombers, no errors by Pine City. And now the Dragons will have their chance at the plate once again. The Dragons heated up a little bit there with their bats in that third. As I mentioned before, unfortunately for them, the early portions of the game have not been their friend when it comes to the bats and getting some hits. But now they're starting to heat up, and they're hoping that can change. But early on here in games so far has not been their friend. So I'm looking behind me. I am seeing some darker clouds. This does look like this could bring in some rain. It depends on how fast these clouds work in or how slow. And these clouds look like they hold a lot of rain, if I do say so myself. I'm not a meteorologist, but, being a Minnesotan with all 4 seasons and my knees, I can feel it in my knees. Well, we'll hope these clouds are not moving in quickly. We'll hope they slow down. Of course, slowing down means that we get more rain because the rain will stay in the area. So hopefully they do slow down enough to where we can get this game played. This one's moving along pretty good. We're only 41 minutes into this game, and we're already in the 4th inning. So 10 minutes per inning, 70 minutes would bring us to, what, 5:20? So not too bad. 5:20, 5:10, around that. Not that that's what's going to happen, but we are hoping that the rain holds off. Meanwhile, leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Pine City Dragons is going to be Michael Petronek. On past, tell the guys, wait a minute, I'm not ready. Now he is, and Belden will ready. Here's the windup and the pitch. Well, Petronek thought it was inside, but it winds up being over the plate for strike 1. You know, Belden's done a really good job of working the outsides of the strike zone here today, as that one is ball 1 low. But he's done a really good job of working out and in, and making Pine City look at the entire strike zone. And that one is going to be low for ball 2. It is even going to get by Gould. So it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike now to Michael Petronek. No score here in the bottom of the 4th on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, as Belden, the 2-1, swung on and missed by Petronek, and he's upset with himself on that one because he knows he should have maybe held off. So even up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Belden with the pitch. Oh, they're going to call it ball 3. Full count now for Petronek. A good at-bat to lead off. This is what you want as a leadoff man. Get him to throw a few more. Here's the 6th pitch of the at-bat. And, Petronek thought he was walking, but it's a strikeout looking to begin the inning. So 1 down now for the Dragons. And coming to the plate now, Jacob Staber. Belden with the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed by Staber for strike 1. What I notice here with the Dragons is they're swinging on these pitches from Belden that are breaking lower in the zone, and they're kind of swinging on those, trying to give that ball some lift, but unfortunately they've been over the top of them so far. As the 0-1 on the way, this one is swung on, hit just past the pitcher, but right into the shortstop's glove, and the throw to first not going to be there. It's going to wind up being an error at first, so it won't, unfortunately, be base hit for Staber, but it's going to wind up putting him at first. Now, is it an E6 or E3? I don't know. But that won't matter because you've got a runner at first for Pine City. So Nick Stewart now at the plate. He went down looking in his first at-bat, and he'll be looking to put one in play here with a runner at first. That one stays high, just high for ball number 1. That was a good eye by Nick Stewart. I don't know if too many people would have laid off that one but him. Again, he's a very patient batter, and he won't swing at something that he's not comfortable with. That one's going to be foul tipped backwards. Even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike for Nick Stewart. Look at maybe getting you some updates here from games around the local listening area. Meanwhile, before the pitch is thrown to Stewart, he checks the runner at first, but he is back in plenty of time, is Jacob Staber. Meanwhile, Nick Stewart watches this one low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Nick Stewart. 1 down, runner at first. Belden. Readying, and here's the pitch. Stewart gives this one a ride past the third baseman. It's going to get down for a base hit for Nick Stewart. Stewart rounding first, going to go to home, and it's going to be an RBI double for Nick Stewart. Nick Stewart, as I mentioned before, a very patient batter, and it pays off there with an RBI double. Nick Stewart coming in clutch here for the Dragons, putting the first run on the board in what could be a game that sees runs be at a premium. What a play and a bat there for Nick Stewart. Coming in to run for him now is going to be Braden Fort. So Fort will be the courtesy runner at second, but what a at-bat for Nick Stewart. On that fourth pitch, he gave one a ride past third baseman. It hit out at the outfield, and he rounded first, came in to second, and Staber using that speed to cross home plate for the first run of the game. And again, a game in which runs could be at a premium. They have been so far. Wouldn't be surprised if that continues. So an RBI double there for Nick Stewart. And Belden, if you're Belden, though, and if you're the coaches, you got to just remind him, hey, you're having a good day. Do not get down on yourself here just because of one run. Don't be down on yourself. There's still plenty of time here in this one. To get back to get your momentum back and throw a nice strike there. So 0-1 now for Caleb Hogberg. Pitch on the way. Hogberg swings, and this one into the catcher's mask for strike two. 0-2 now the count for Caleb Hogberg. One down, runner at second. Belden readying. Here's the 0-2 pitch. In there, strike three, and Hogberg will go down looking, and Hogberg not too pleased with the call, but he goes down looking. And now coming to the plate, Darian Rodriguez. He reached on a walk, a 6-pitch walk, stole second, so got some speed here at the plate right now. Two down, runner at second. Here's the pitch to him. Late swing, fouls it back. I think if he was a little bit more confident in his swing and the timing of it, I think he could have put that one into play and wound up getting an RBI himself. But just a little bit late on that one, so it's an 0-1 for Darian Rodriguez. Two down, runner at second for Pine City. Here's the pitch from Belden. That's in there for strike two. He brought the heat with that one. So now 0-2 for Darian Rodriguez. Let's see if they can't continue the inning and maybe cross another run, but Belden trying to get out of the inning with only allowing the one. That one's going to be low for ball one. Nice job there, though, again, by Mr. Gould behind the plate catching. So 1-2 now for Darian Rodriguez. And Belden with the pitch. Rodriguez gives this one a soft ride to shortstop, and he does make the grab. Man, he had to go low for that one, but a nice grab there by Gary Nielsen. Making the stop, well, the grab, the soft pop-up for the third out. Well, the Dragons get one hit and one run from it. And one error there by Braham gives the Dragons a 1-0 lead here in the game as we move towards the top of the fifth inning. Again, runs could be at a premium here in this one. They have been so far. When we come back, we'll have that fifth inning of play coming your way here on WCMP and KBEK.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Well, that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard now shows the Dragons leading here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 1-0 here in the top of the fifth. But don't be fooled. This game could easily blow open by both these teams. They have the talent to do that. The first pitch here to the leadoff man. Dallas Jambretz is in there for strike one for Mesa Shoresbauer. Here's the 0-1. He's wasting no time. That one's going to be in there for strike two. Ooh. Tough one for Jambretz, but this one is swung on and popped back out of play. So the count stays 0-2. for Jambretts. Here's the pitch from Shoresbauer. Soft foul back to the catcher, Barth. And again, Jambretts, at the very least, keeping himself alive here in this at-bat, forcing Shoresbauer to throw a few more. Here's the 0-2. This one again popped up, but Barth has a chance at a play, and he makes the catch. What a catch by Ezra Barth. In foul territory, makes the grab for out number 1. Nice play there by Ezra Barth. So 1 down now for the Bombers, and coming to the plate is Tanner Doble. Here's the pitch from Shoresbauer. This one is fouled down the first base line, but no chance to get it there for Ethan Agard. So just being 0-1 for Doble. He'll have another opportunity here. 0-1 on the way. That's low for ball 1. 1-1 now for Tanner Doble. He was hit by a pitch back in the second. That his only plate appearance so far in the game. Shoresbauer needed a new ball, so going to get one from the ump. Shoresbauer, a 1-1 pitch. That one swung on and right to the second baseman. Oh, it's going to stop in the grass. Throwing a first, not in time. Oh, man. That one was hit, and it was a little bit deceiving. That kind of deceived the second base. It kind of deceived me. It was hit, but it must have hit the grass, and, I mean, it may be a divot or something, but it took a hard slowdown. And it almost really stopped out there, but a single for Tanner Doble as he beats out the throw. Man, first of all, give credit to Doble for using his speed to get to first. And then, but still, for the man there at second, that's a tough one because I again was confused. Aaron Rodriguez, I don't think you can blame him there on that one. That one, man, that took a hard slow from hitting the grass somewhere, or maybe it just wasn't hit that hard, but man, it looked like it was hit hard, but then all of a sudden slowed way down as it was on its way to Rodriguez. This one's going to be out of play. 1-1 now for the number 9 hole batter, Matt Bloomdahl. So 1-1 for Bloomdahl. Here's the pitch from Shoresbauer. He gives this one a ride foul. So this one will. So 1-2 now for Bloomdahl. Shoresbauer with the pitch. This one is swung on and hit out towards shallow center. Right away, caught by Bo Heggie. So 2 down now for the Bombers. And coming to the plate is the center fielder, Lucas Shue. Runner at first, 2 down for Lucas Shue, and Bombers have some 2-out magic here. That one will go foul. Ethan Agard after it, but then realizing it was going foul, let it go. So 0-1 now for Lucas Shue. That one, last ball was hit foul off the first base line. Ready? Here's the check over at first. Not there. And Doble is back in plenty of time. Shoresbauer on the mound. He's had a pretty good outing here today. As have both pitchers, really. This one's inside, ball 1. 1-1 count for Lucas Shue. You know, Belden and Shoresbauer have had, both of them, again, have had really good outings. Unfortunately, though, Belden has thrown a few more pitches than Shoresbauer, so getting a piece of this on his shoe, and he'll foul it out of play. Well, it's on the dirt and back. But that is now a 1-2 count for him. 2 down and a runner at first. Here's the 1-2. And Shue will get a piece of this one, foul it back, and looks like out of play. And this count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes for Lucas Shue. Runner at first. Again, still 2 downs here. Top of the 5th inning. 1-0 the lead for Pine City. Braham trying to even this up. Shoresbauer. Pitch 5 on the way. Low. And that should even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shoresbauer with the pitch. That again is low in the dirt, and Doble will take second. So now a runner at second. 2 down. This will be pitch 7 of this at-bat. And it's low. It's going to get by the catcher, and that will move Doble into third. And because that ball went so far, Dragons unable to get that one back in time. And with that puts Shue at second now. So all of a sudden, a pass ball on ball 4 winds up putting runners in scoring position with Carter Beckman at the plate. And now the Bombers have a chance to not only get back and tie this one up, but try and take a lead as this first pitch is in there for strike 1 from Shoresbauer to Beckman. So Shoresbauer trying to get out of this jam once again, but Beckman has a chance. A base hit gets this tied back up. The throw to first is in time, and whoo-wee for the Dragons. You're breathing a sigh of relief there. There were a few anxious moments there for the Dragons, but Braham gave it everything they could there. But a ground out to short for out number 3. A 21-pitch inning for Shoresbauer. 1 hit and no runs for the Bombers. No errors by Pine City. But the Bombers got into scoring position. They were threatening to score, but just unable to do it there. That ground ball was hit hard, but unfortunately not hard enough. And great play by Jacob Staber over there at short. You got to give credit where it's due, because it has been a really good performance by these two teams. Both these teams really want to win here today. It's a conference game, so anytime it's a conference game, you want to win it that much more. Obviously, section games are important, but it just feels like during the regular season, conference games just mean more. They just mean more than section games. And for Pine City and Braham, they are both coming off of losses in their last games. Pine City actually lost 2 there on Tuesday. Braham lost 1. So both these teams are hungry for a win here today. Of course, Braham lost a close one to Mille Lacs on Tuesday, 4-3. I mean, a lot of these teams this year, wins, losses are 1-2 runs. It has been really impressive to see. It will be Belden out there for the 5th, the start of the bottom of the 5th, and leading off is Bo Heggie for the Dragons. They lead 1-0. That's in there for strike 1 from Belden. Both these pitchers have been really impressive. Both have thrown 80-85% first pitch strikes, so pretty darn good. This one is swung on by Bo Heggie. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Bo Heggie, the leadoff single. And let's see, that is the, I think that's the earliest the Dragons have gotten a runner on base. 2 pitches, and the Dragons have a runner on. That's the earliest they've been on base here today. So that brings up to the plate now Jackson Karras. He watches that one low for ball 1. That one's ball 2. Thought I heard call something, not real sure, but 2-0 now to Karras. They're showing bunt, and Karras bunts this one foul. Goes off more of the top of his bat and foul. 2-1 count for Jackson Karras. Runner at first, nobody out. Belden with the pitch. And the third on to second, not in time. But the pitch is going to be a strike to Karras, so it's going to even up his count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the steal down to second by Bo Heggie. Not real sure what the count is now. I thought it was 2-2, but I think the umpire just said 2-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. Karras gives this one a ride to short. They're going to try and get the runner out at third. And oh my goodness, the ball gets past the third baseman's glove. And it's going to score a run. And I think it even went out of play. So that is going to allow Karras to move to second. Well, I don't know even how to score that one. I think it's a fielder's choice and an error, which allows a run to score. What a crazy play, unfortunately, for Braham. The shortstop did the smart thing. He got the ground ball and threw it to third. But then the third baseman just couldn't grab it cleanly enough. It went under his glove, and that's what allowed Heggie to take home. And because I think it went out of play, I can't really see, Karras was able to go to second. So just a really unfortunate happening there for Braham. And now for Ezra Barth, he's got a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch, and that's in there, strike 2. That's a good-looking pitch from Belden. Nice pitch coming back for Barth. I thought Barth could have gave that one a ride, but Belden took something off it, and Barth did not want to give it a chance. Time call here by Barth. He just want to take a second. He's got a 2-2 count. Just wants to take a breath, gather himself, and step back into the batter's box. 2-2 on the way, and something took off there by Belden for the strikeout. So that's a really good strikeout pitch there by Belden. I mean, a really good strikeout pitch. That was, I think, the same pitch he threw that Barth didn't want to swing at. And you could tell Barth kind of half-hearted swung at that when he didn't want to swing, but almost seemingly couldn't help himself. So one down runner at second, Asa Shorsbauer at the plate. And going to call, oh no, Belden's going to get called for a balk. And that will allow Karras to move to third. And the umpire out there in the field, on the infield grass, explaining to Belden why that is a balk. So now, unfortunately for Braham, the runner is at third for Pine City. One down. Didn't throw a pitch yet to Shorsbauer. Belden extends that pause, and then the first pitch to Shorsbauer is high for ball 1. So 1-0 to Shorsbauer. That one's in there for strike 1. Again, good-looking pitch there by Belden. I like that pitch. That is a really good strikeout pitch. So it's 1-1 now for Shorsbauer, although Shorsbauer trying to put this one in play and score a run. Gives this one a swing, but fouls it back towards the fence, and that's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third. 1 down for Pine City here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 1-2 to Shorsbauer. In there, and it'll get him looking. No. I was going to say, I thought so. Yeah, he wasn't quite sure, but it is going to be a strikeout looking. So 2 down, runner at third, and Michael Petronek to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today, but what a way to be able to turn around your day then with a base hit here to score a run, extend the Dragons' lead. But Belden doing his best to only allow that 1 run to have crossed. Coming back with a few strikeouts here. Get these past 2 outs and trying to do the same here. 1-0 to Petronek. That's in there for strike 1. Seems like he uses that off speed to just get that strike to cross and get himself some confidence back, as here's the 1-1. Petronek gives this one a ride to right field. That's a little bit of a dangerous ball, and it's going to get down. That's going to score a run. That's going to be an RBI single. It's an RBI double. An RBI double for Michael Petronek. Will score a run. So now a runner at second with 2 down. Petronek with the RBI double. And now to the plate is Jacob Staber. He reached on an error and eventually scored as their first run. So now with the runner at second, he's trying to get another base hit. Nick Stewart was a big reason why they were able to get things going back in the third. Or excuse me, in the fourth. Wrong inning. Belden with the pitch. It's low. And the count now 2-0. Runner at second, 2 down. Staber at the plate with a 2-0 count. Time called again. I think Staber called time. Belden readies. Here's the 2-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Staber being patient in this at-bat, forcing Belden to throw a few more pitches, but Belden has done a really good job here coming back with a few, and this is going to be ball 3, but nice block there by Gould at the plate to keep that one in front. 3-1 now for Jacob Staber. That's in there. Ooh, called strike 2. It was high, right at the letters, though. Must have been just underneath to stay in the zone. Full count for Staber. Belden trying for the strikeout pitch once again. That is low for ball 4. And nice job there by Jacob Staber to draw the walk. So runners at first and second, 2 down, and here comes Nick Stewart to the plate, an RBI double last inning to get that first run to score. Here's the first pitch to him. Checked his swing. It was in the dirt, but he checked his swing in time. It'll be ball 1. It's one of those where you're kind of going up there maybe. Yeah, they're going to check down to the infield up. Just, why not? I mean, you might as well. But it's 1-0 for Nick Stewart. But again, it's kind of one of those situations kind of come up thinking, I need to get a base hit, and then it winds up being low, and you have to hold off. So it'll be ball 2, and the runners will advance. So now, runners in scoring position at second and third for Pine City. A 2-0 count for Nick Stewart. And again, Nick Stewart, one of the more patient batters at the plate. So far, pretty good. 2-0. That's in there for strike 1. It's on the outside part of the plate. Nick Stewart again. It's like, man, strike call. But again, that's been a spot where Belden has been hitting today. I mean, that has just been his spot, that outside part of the plate. Nick Stewart watches that one low for ball 3. 3-1 now to Nick Stewart. Belden trying to finish off the inning without allowing another run. 3-1 on the way. It's in there for strike 2. And, Stewart, you laid off of that one. You could, it's a strike, so you say, you might want him to to swing at that one? I don't think so. I think with that one, you want him to hold off. 3-2. I don't know if he came around or if he checked his swing. It won't matter because it's a strikeout. So the Dragons will strand 2, but they also scored 2 in the inning. And that will move us to the top of the 6th. The Dragons lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 3-0. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on KBK and WCMP.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Minnesota Twins baseball.
Twins 2, Blue Jays nothing, 9th inning. The 0-2 to Varsho. He struck him out! Twins win! Twins
Every
win!
hit, home run, or strikeout on the boat, on the lawnmower, or at work. All the action is right here.
This is Royce Lewis.
This is Ryan Jeffers. Hey, Twins fans, this is Rocco Baldelli. You can catch Twins baseball all season long right here.
The Twins!
On Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Not exactly these stations, but over on 100.9 FM, yes, you can find those Twins games. They are in the what appears to be top of the 9th. I'll refresh it here just to make sure. Top of the 9th, Twins tied with the Guardians right now, 2 apiece. So let's see if they can get that one going. That one is in there for strike 1 from Asa Schwartzbauer to the leadoff man here in the top of the 6th. The other pitcher, Elijah Belden. Gives this one a ride out to center field. It's a long hit, but straightaway center. Confused Hagee for a moment, but he settles in to grab it for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Bombers. Belden. We've seen a few of those hits for Braham that are pretty strong, but unfortunately they just kind of hang up in the air too long. They get too much underneath them, and it carries for a little too long, and Pine City is able to get under them. So that'll be out number 1, and now Dalton Bankston to the plate. 0 for 2 today with a fly out back in the 4th. Ball 1 to Bankston. That one swung on. Hit to the shortstop, Staber. Throw on to first. Is there. Nice grab by Ethan Agard at first. That was not an easy grab at first. It came up just short, but great concentration by Ethan Agard over there at first to grab that one for out number 2. Wow. That is not an easy play. So now to the plate is number 21, Soren Lilly. 0 for 1 with a fly out and a hit by pitch back in the 2nd. Watches that one go by for strike 1. Asa Schwartzbauer again having a great outing, as is Elijah Belden. Both these pitchers, man, have done a great job here today. It's been fun to watch. This one swung on and softly hit. That is going to be trouble. It's going to get down, and Staber will get after it. That was trouble from the word go. There was really no chance for anyone. Center fielder, it would have been almost pointless for him to run up on that one, and Staber had a good angle on it, but just that ball was coming down way too fast for him to even reach it. But so a good hit from Soren Lilly. We'll put a runner at first, 2 down to bring up Tucker Gould. 0 for 1 strikeout looking back in the 4th, and walk back in the 2nd. Schwarzbauer trying to end the inning. That one is in there. Strike 1. Good frame by Ezra Barth. Clouds continuing to creep in. So far, no rain. So far, so good. Throw over to first. Ooh, again, a nice grab by Ethan Agard. That was not the cleanest of throws to first, but Ethan Agard over there at first making some clutch grabs from and saving some balls from going to the fence in foul territory. Meanwhile, this is going to be a throw to second. It is not in time. Ooh, a close throw by Barth, but a nice slide under the tag by Lilly to put the runner at second for Tucker Gould. Gould, this one, foul tipped backwards, and see if we can't get a count. 1-2 count for Gould. 1-2 is in there for strike three, looking for Gould for out number 3. Not quite a 1-2-3 inning, but close enough. And 10 pitches thrown only by Schwartzbauer in that one. 1 hit, no runs for the Bombers, and no errors by Pine City. And they have a chance to add even more on to this lead that they have going into the bottom of the 6th. Although it is a lead, it is a slim lead, but lead nonetheless. So we're here in the bottom of the 6th. Meanwhile, Twins in the middle of the 9th, so they could not do anything there in the top of the 9th. Hopefully we got some good pitching. You can come out and at least bring this to extra innings at the very least for the Twins. They're on a little bit of a good run here lately. All of a sudden we started, 0-17? Just kidding. But like 0-6, 7, something like that. And all of a sudden we've won more times than we haven't. I did not think that was going to be the way that this season would go for the Minnesota Twins. I thought we would be maybe the worst team in baseball. I'm not going to lie. But some of that kind of underrated talent is showing here for the Twins. I like it. Meanwhile, in this one, we've got 2 talented pitchers out here today. Elijah Belden, Asa Schwartzbauer. They are both showing out. It's really unfortunate, though, for Belden. He's had a good day, but it's kind of been overshadowed by him having to throw too many pitches. So when you look back at this day, you're going to see him throw a lot of pitches. You're going to go, oh, boy, this was not a good outing. But then you're going to look at the you're not going to see it. Maybe you can when you watch back, but you're not going to see just how well he did because, again, the amount of pitches he threw are going to overshadow that, which is really unfortunate as we see a half-hearted swing by Caleb Hogberg there. I don't think he was fully committed to that one, but he already started his swing. So here's the 0-1 from Belden, but that one stays high in the zone for ball 1. 1-1 now to Caleb Hogberg. So it's really unfortunate for Belden because he has had a good day. 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss. And again, another one that Hogberg, I think, wasn't fully committed on swinging yet, but again, he just kind of already had that motion and gave it a ride. He'll give this one a ride to the shortstop, but the shortstop has been making some good plays all day. There's another one. Good throw, good reach by the first baseman for out number 1. Nice play there by the shortstop again in Gary Nielsen. He's made a couple of good plays over there, but a good stretch over there by the first baseman, Dalton Bankston. It wasn't an easy play for him either. 4 pitches and 1 out now for the Dragons, and that will bring to the plate number 9, Darian Rodriguez, 0 for 1 with a walk back in the 3rd. That one's in there for strike 1, though, to him. Oh, 1 from... Oh, Ryder, they're going to say Rodriguez did hold up. It looked like he went, but gave it kind of a tomahawk chop, but he did not. 1-1 now. That one's low for ball 2, rather. Yeah, that was a little bit of an awkward chop. I don't know if Rodriguez was just maybe giving it a ride, but so 2-1 now from Belden. That's in there to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 now to Darian Rodriguez. Belden wasting no time. And good eye from Rodriguez. He held up. They checked to first just to make sure. It's going to run the count full for Darian Rodriguez. And here's the full count pitch from Belden. And Rodriguez will keep himself alive, fouling that one back. So he'll get another chance with a full count. Got to make it count here if you're Darian Rodriguez. Belden with the pitch. And Rodriguez will again keep himself alive. We're going to get a new ball here to Belden. Full count pitch once again. Rodriguez, this one swung to the shortstop. Oh, my goodness. He bobbled it, and then he still caught it, but he won't make the throw down to first. Oh, man. It's almost, I think you got it. I think, unfortunately, it's going to be an error. It would wind up being an error. Man, oh, man. That's so unfortunate for Nielsen. He's been making plays all game there at short, but that one just kind of gets to him a little bit quicker than he thought and into his arm. And unfortunately, that will, with that, it will look like it will end Belden's afternoon on the mound. Well, it's kind of sad because, again, Belden has not had a terrible day, but he's just thrown a lot of pitches, and he might be close to reaching the limit. They're going to switch it up, though. And I can't quite read the number of who is going to be the new man on the mound for the Bombers. But while he warms up, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll keep the video here.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
It will be Dalton Bankston taking over on the mound. Now Bo Heggie at the plate for the Dragons. One out, one on. This one is swung on. That one's into foul territory, but enough for the first baseman to get there, and he can't get to it in time. So he will be safe for at least that one. Bo Heggie will have another chance at it. Seven strikeouts for Belden, though. But his day is unfortunately over. Meanwhile, here's the pitch from Bankston. Ooh, that is high and great grab there. Keep that one from going all the way back by Gould. So, 1-1, 2-1. Wind's picking up a little bit. It's blowing the rain in now. This one swung on. It's a high chopper to the shortstop. On to second for one. Oh, and they're going to get him for runner interference. And, yeah, Coach Schmidt does not like that call. They say that Rodriguez lifted his cleat. They're saying that he did not slide. They're going to say that he lifted his cleat, apparently. Well, that's unfortunate. So Bo Heggie will be out by way of, I guess, runner interference. Interesting. Well, it's the way it works sometimes. That is the way it works sometimes. So, that will do it for the sixth, and the Dragons need 3 outs. Dragons are 3 outs away from finishing this game off and grabbing themselves a conference victory here. And we'll take a commercial break. But again, keep the video here on WCMP and KBEK.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Braham Bombers. So, a 3-pitch out, a strikeout for Jambretz is out number 1, and now the Dragons just need 2. So, 1. Let's figure this out. 1 down, 2 more needed for the Dragons, but the Bombers, can they get a little bit of magic going here? Tanner Doble at the plate, swings and miss on that one. Here's the 0-1. He wastes no time. This one swung, hit right back to him. And the throw to first took Agar off the plate a little bit, but he manages to step on for out number 2. 2 down, and the Bombers are down to their last 3 strikes. Matt Bloomdahl up to the plate. Can he get a little bit of a 2-out rally going for the Bombers? We'll have to wait and see. That one swung on and lifted. Woo, man. He lays back on that one. He is going to have extra bases. That one goes foul. A little early on that one, but if he stays back on that one, man, he's going for probably 2, maybe 3. Swings and misses, though, on that one, and now the Bombers are down to their final strike. 0-2. Swing, and that one is going to get down for a base hit. Bloomdahl says, not so fast. We are not done with this one yet. So 1 on, 2 down, and it brings Lucas Shue to the plate, who is 0 for 2 today. He walked back in the 5th, so Bombers not done yet, but this one to Lucas Shue is in there for strike 1. You can feel that breeze getting a little colder, bringing in the rain here as this one is low to Lucas Shue for ball 1. 1-1 now for him. Twins in the bottom of the 9th over there in Cleveland. Throw over to first, not in time. Runners back safely in Bloomdahl. Here's the 1-1. Late swing and miss on that one by Lucas Shue. Maybe just didn't see it as well as he would have liked to have. So down to the final strike again. 1-2. Schwarzbauer looking for the final strike. But that one, again, a little bit behind that one is Shue, but fouled it out. And it is going to be a 1-2 now. That one swung on to the second baseman. And, oh, yeah, wrong decision there by the second baseman. Rodriguez should have turned himself and threw it to first because that was going to be it. But instead, do you count that one as an error? You might. Well, the inning continues because Rodriguez, shortstop wasn't quite there where he wanted him to be. And then, unfortunately, that's just a mental error for Rodriguez. Should have thrown it to first for the for sure out, but that's all right. You live and you learn. Oh my goodness, a quick 2 strikes now for Carter Beckman. This one is swung on to the shortstop, throw on to first, in time for out number 3. Well, it was interesting there. But the Dragons get it done. So the Dragons win this one 3-0 over the Braham Bombers. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll recap this one You're listening to this game on both WCMP and KBEK.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, get Red Bull 8.4 ounces, 3 for $6.50. Pringles are 2 for $5 and save $2 on 7th Avenue Pizza when you buy 2. Plus, introducing Lucky Days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mention to the cashier, it's your lucky day, and get free items and discounts on drinks and fuel. Whoa! Keep an eye on social media to learn more. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
That is it. The Dragons get the victory here in this one over the Braham Bombers 3-0. Taking a look at our pitchers here today. Starting for the Braham Bombers was Elijah Belden. He went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts, and threw over 110 pitches. Then came in for him was Dalton Banks, and he went 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, 5 pitches. But again, it was an awkward runner's interference that got him 2 outs, so it was kind of interesting, but it worked out for Braham. For Pine City, it was Asa Schwartzbauer. Went all 7, gave up 3 hits, no runs, walked 4, struck out 5, and had 90 pitches on the day. A good outing here for Pine City. You'd like to see them clean up a few things here and there, some communication issues, some kind of just fundamental mental things, some mental errors happen that you would like to see them clean up, but for the most part, they had a pretty good outing. Again, you'd like to see them clean up those mental errors, but again, a good outing here for Pine City as they get a conference win and add on to their first win of the season, now getting 2 on the year. Looking at the batters here, no one in the rotation had more than 1 hit, but it was an RBI double for Nick Stewart back in the 4th that really got things going. And again, Nick Stewart, one of the more patient batters that you will see this season at the plate. He is just so patient. Even if he's down 0-2, he doesn't get flustered. He doesn't get rattled. He just sits back, waits for his pitch, and more times than not, he's going to wind up getting 2, maybe even 3 balls and work the count full and then get on base. That's just how well he does. He's a really savvy veteran at that. So for Pine City, I think he would be the player of the game in my opinion, because again, he started it with that RBI double back in the 4th. But another RBI double for Michael Petronek in the 5th to help them also get on the board again. So for Pine City, again, a nice outing, 3-0 win, a good pitcher's duel as well. Again, Belden, it won't look as good just because he threw a lot of pitches, but got to give him a ton of credit because, man, he did have a pretty good outing. He only allowed 4 hits, ladies and gentlemen, and gave up 3 runs. In any other game where maybe he throws 20, 30 pitches less, we're probably still at 0-0, if we're being honest. And 11 strikeouts, though, and only walked 2. That's the impressive thing. So, again, a good outing for Belden as well for Schwarzbauer, who went all 7 and only gave up 3 hits today and no runs. So a couple errors between the two teams, so less than ideal on that side of things. They'll both be looking to clean that up, but this is a fun one. This is a fun one between these two teams, and I hopefully these two will play later on because in the season, because if they play again, which it would be over in Braham if they play again, this would be a really, really fun game to go and call and be a part of because you know that these two teams are going to – it is going to be a game to watch. We'll put it that way. The rest of this week for Braham on tomorrow, actually, they'll be in Mora for a night game. It'll be under the lights as they play Mora tomorrow night. That'll be at 7 p.m., but then that's it. And then they won't play again until next Tuesday when they get to host East Central. So tomorrow they'll play in Mora under the lights at 7, and then the next game will be on this upcoming Tuesday at Braham when they host East Central. Looking at the rest of the week and then the beginning of next week for Pine City, they will not play tomorrow night. They won't even play on Saturday. So this is it for this week, and then their next game won't be until looking like next Tuesday when they go up to Crosby Ironton for that game at 4:30. So this is it for them this week. They will play on Tuesday for their next game up at Crosby Ironton. They lost them 5-1 at the beginning of the season. With a win like this under their belt, I think they might have a chance to turn that around and get another win. So we'll keep you up to date on all of that. Meanwhile, looks like top of the 10th. We're going extra innings there for Minnesota. You can catch that Twins game over on our other station, 100.9 FM, WCMP. Meanwhile, again, on that Brace Orthodontics scoreboard, 3-0. Dragons get the win. But a way you can stay tuned and up to date with everything going on in our local listening area is our morning shows. The last morning show with Rockin' Robin Riley tomorrow. I encourage you to tune in. It is her last show before she retires from radio. We have, again, nothing but love for Rockin' Robin Riley. There we go. Have enjoyed all the years that I've been able to work with her and has just enjoyed what she has brought to the morning show, and she's gonna be dearly missed. We are going to miss her and wish her nothing but the best in retirement. So you can catch sports updates on 95.5 one more time with Rockin' Robin Riley tomorrow at 7:30 and 8:30. Then taking over for her will be Adam Hefty, one of our own guys. But we are sad to see Rockin' Robin Riley go. You can also catch the morning show on 100.9 FM for your sports update at 7:45 and 8:45. We'll talk this game, other local games in our listening area, plus regional and national sports. Another way to stay tuned is our websites for both stations, WCMPradio.com, KBK.com. We'll have the games that we have coming up that week and links to them under the sports tab. Click on broadcast schedule. That will have all the links for the games that we'll be calling that week. The link will take you right to the live video. Of course, that is subject to change. Plus, also on our websites, coaches' interviews, players' interviews, articles from games that we've been at, that and much, much more. Another way is our social media social media pages. Facebook pages for both stations, Instagram for both stations, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio. Go ahead, go like, follow, subscribe to all of those so that you're up to date with all things local sports, breaking sports news, LOI signings, broken records, all that, and much, much more. And if you're watching this game on our YouTube, be sure to click that red subscribe button and the like button. That way you are notified every single time we go live with a sporting event. Once you're subscribed, you'll get that notification every time we go live. You click the notification, takes you right to the live video. So be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. That way, again, you don't miss a thing when it comes to local sports here in the Q Media world. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to our fine sponsors. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to be out here. So thanks to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do, whether it be fall, winter, spring, summer. We appreciate them, and we're not able to do it without them. We're also not able to do it without you. I appreciate you for tuning in here this afternoon into all of our games because, again, if you're not tuning in, I don't get to come out and call games anymore because, well, they're going to tell me, hey, nobody's tuning in, so we don't need you to go out and call games. So I appreciate you tuning in and allowing me to keep my job. I appreciate that. I want to remind you to be kind to everyone. Of course, you never know what someone is going through. Your kindness could truly make a difference in their day, not just in their day, but in their life. You'd be surprised what a small act of kindness can do. Let's remember, it costs nothing to be kind. It is free, ladies and gentlemen. And in the world today, we need more of it. But again, I want to give one last final huge shout out to Rockin' Robin Riley, who is retiring. After tomorrow will be her last show on the radio. And again, it has been so fun. I know she may not be listening. She's got better things to do than listen to me talk. But if there is someone listening who knows her, I'll tell her tomorrow too. But just give her a huge shout out. It's been a blessing to work with her the last several years. And I wish her nothing but the best in retirement. So and God bless. So appreciate her and the work that she has done. Again, the final here in this one on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard: Pine City 3, Braham 0. Thanks so much for tuning in, and for WCMP and KBEK, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.